back to this edition of NBC News. I'm Gabby Affatato.
And I'm Delaney Cowles. What Connect session are you going to this week?
I'm actually headed out for a nature hike. It's supposed to be really nice outside, probably like 70 degrees and sunny.
Actually, nature is not for me. Instead, I'm going to be playing board games with David Huang.
No way, really? What board game?
He actually made it himself.
Oh, that's really cool. Ava Hurtalendi has the story.
While you'll probably picture most fifth graders actually playing a board game, one student was busy fabricating a design of his very own. Dating all the way back to 2016, junior David Huang began the process of creating an intricate board game that now has over 500 handmade pieces. Recently hosting his own Connect sessions, Huang is now able to share his game with his peers now more than ever.
This is a collectible card game that I've made. Basically, you're gonna have one side battling the other side, and both sides will have 20 hearts, and whoever defeats the enemy to 0 hearts first wins. It's called Angry Birds and Bad Piggies, or AB and BP. All the way back in 5th grade, I played this game called Plants vs. Zombies Heroes. One of my friends at the time, he didn't have an iPad, but I did. So I'm like, I'm gonna make this game on paper cards, but instead of it being Plants vs. Zombies, I'm gonna make it Angry Birds instead. And that's exactly what happened, and that's how the first draft of my game came to be. I would say junior year, I have really been pushing my game out to the audience and really been pushing it out to everyone, and I think it's been finally showing up. Recently, I now have my own Connect session, and this is now the 2nd tournament that I'm hosting.
Starting from scratch, you can never predict what will come of a creation. However, seeing AB and BP make so much progress over the years and seeing the impact it has had on others and himself has been a huge milestone for Huang.
It feels really great, especially like back then I really didn't have that many players, but now I literally have like so many. I have a group chat for everyone, and it really makes me really happy that many people enjoy my game, and I am always up with a duel, and I'm always up to teaching people. When someone just like mess up and then we just all laugh together, honestly, that's the best part. I don't care if you're really that skilled or not. What I want you to do, if you're playing, I want you to be in the moment. I want you to be the main character. I want it to be feeling epic, and yeah, if this game can become a real game, that's obviously going to be my dream. And my dream job is not a YouTube star, but to be like a lead designer for a card game like mine.
Although the game is already thorough and elaborate, this game maker is far from being finished. Whether it'll be making new cards, rules, other in-game additions, or even creating a whole new game, Huang is sure to make sure every event someone attends a special and memorable experience. I'm Ava Hurtalendi, NBC News.
I loved playing board games as a kid. You know another thing I loved? Dancing.
Oh, I always wished I could dance.
Well, show me what you got. Good thing we have an MHS student who teaches dance. We'll get you signed up right away.
Oh, what? I thought that was really good. Isabella Owens has the story.
Senior Deepa Manikandan has been dancing since she was 3 years old and has always had a passion for being on the stage. As she grew older, she decided to share her love of dance with the younger members of her dance community by starting her own dance team teaching traditional Indian dances.
It's just so fun working with kids because I love teaching and I love working with them, and I've been doing this for the past 5 years, and every day when I work with them I learn a new skill. When I first started I wasn't very patient. I was just handling them like how I would handle teenagers, but slowly I started getting more used to how to work with kids of certain ages and contacting people from different performances. So that just really helped my communication skills and organizing skills and just my teaching skills as well, working with the kids.
Deepa has grown close to the young dancers on her team and takes tremendous pride in helping these young dancers overcome their fears to perform on stage.
I absolutely love these kids, and they also love me very much because they're always, looking up to me, and any performance that we do, they're always like, oh my God, Deepa, I'm so excited. And it's just, I feel like giving them an opportunity because I've always been on stage and I want to make sure that the kids also gain that relationship, and I personally feel like they have gained a lot of experience being on stage, fighting that stage fear, and every time they're done with the performance they just come and hug me and they're like, oh my God, that was so much fun, that was like the best time of my life. And I absolutely love seeing the smiles on the kids' faces and their parents being so proud of them.
While sharing her love of dance with these children, Deepa also sees this as a way to share part of herself while staying connected to her culture.
The legacy that I would want to leave behind is that I've been doing cultural dances since I was a little girl, and that is one thing that has made me very close to my culture, and it has given me an opportunity to showcase a part of me that I can't do on a regular basis. And I want the same for the kids. I want them to feel just as comfortable and proud as I do with my culture, and I want them to have this outlet so they can embrace their culture and stay in touch with it even when we're like far from India.
What started off as Deepa just trying to share her culture with these young dancers has turned into a genuine bond between a teacher and her students. Mentoring these young dancers has taught Deepa valuable life lessons and has made her a great role model for the kids in her community. Deepa Manikandan has shown these kids that no matter how far away they are from India, that their culture is always with them. I'm Isabella Owens, NBC News.
What's wrong?
I left my cookie in the back room and I came back to class and it was just gone, and I have no idea who ate it.
You know who I bet ate it? Benny. He's always eating cookies.
That's such a good guess, but I also have cold case on this to make sure I know exactly who ate my cookie.
Do they do more than just cookie capers?
Yeah, they do. They're involved in legitimate cases all around the area. Melissa Feinblatt has the story.
A couple of weeks ago, the students in Randy Hubbard's cold case class got the chance to publicly present their findings in their most recent investigation. These students have been researching their cases for the entire school year. Although this process can be time-consuming, the students feel a sense of service when getting to reveal their findings.
It was more about making a difference for the families that they want an answer, and they've been needing an answer for a long time. There's a reason why their victims' cases have gone cold, and it was just more about making a difference for the families and helping out the families and bringing more light to these cases. So kind of thinking about all the court cases that we would have to sift through was kind of like a second thought. It was just kind of like well, it's going to be worth it at the end.
Mr. Hubbard's students have been able to investigate legitimate cases. Last year, Hubbard students dug deep into the Caitlin Markham murder case. After going unsolved for 11 years, Butler County prosecutors charged Markham's fiancé with the murder. For Hubbard, this brought some closure to a case that his students have been investigating.
Seeing the Caitlin Markham case come to a point where they're going to take somebody to court is really important. It's kind of exciting to see how a case really has gone through all this time, and now they're arresting somebody, and it's just kind of ironic that we were working on that one last year. Well, I think one of the big things is they were able to accomplish the idea of how to think critically of all the information that was available to them, and they were actually able to theorize or make an inference about the person that was actually arrested for the case. So they had an idea that he possibly was involved. And I think it's pretty neat to see that our students were thinking in that same light as the law enforcement and things like that.
Digging through court records and even interacting with law enforcement has been eye-opening for the cold case students.
Yeah, I think that this class, it did give me kind of an insight of how the justice system works, because you see it on TV shows a lot of the times, and I think you kind of get this one-sided mind of you're used to seeing it on a TV so many times where you think that's how it works in real life. But when you really sit down with the detectives that work on the case and they break it down, not break it down step by step, but they really tell you kind of how their investigative process worked, and what alleys they followed, kind of what leads they got, and what led them to where they went. You kind of see a whole different side than what you see on the TV side.
The final presentations for the students are not only a personal accomplishment, but they also take pride in knowing that they made a difference in the lives of those who are impacted by these crimes. You
know that you made a difference to someone's world. You know that you made someone get their closure that they deserve. And then, seeing names and, seeing articles in the news about, kind of what we did and what we did to help. It's a proud accomplishment for us. We get to see, all the work that we put in from the beginning of the year in August to now. It paid off, and it's seeing that difference. It boosts you up, and then knowing that you made a difference for a family, it also kind of gives you that extra kind of boost.
As the students concluded their final presentations and revealed their findings, Mr. Hubbard was proud of his students for tackling these challenging cases and ending their year-long project with this gratifying experience. I'm Melissa Feinblatt, NBC News.
Did you end up finding out who stole your cookie?
I actually did with the help of Cold Case, and surprisingly, it was not Benny. It was actually Abigail.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, she would steal my cookie, but it's all right. I forgive her.
Cold Case is doing a lot of good. You know who's also doing good? Hope Weaver.
Really? What'd she do?
She planned a walk to give back to the American Heart Association.
That's awesome.
Savannah Libby has the story.
After years of undergoing intensive heart treatment, Junior Hope Weaver is walking to inspire young kids just like her. The Mini Heart Marathon is an event run by the American Heart Association to fundraise for patients undergoing heart treatment and transplants, and to give survivors like Hope a chance to give back to the people who gave them another shot at life.
So I had a transplant in January of 2020, so this association helped me get through some of that, and it's just important for me to walk for the people who I know can't walk right now because they're going through the same things that I went through. And because a few years ago I was in their position, so I know how it feels to be kind of trapped inside a hospital room. I just think that me being here might give other people who are in that spot where they can't do anything a little hope that someone who was in their position that you can be that in a few little bit, to kind of see somebody do good that is in who was in the same spot as you, kind of just motivation for people.
Although Hope has been encouraging for others, she looks at the strength in her community. Specifically, Hope's big sister in the Heart program has become her inspiration.
When I actually went through this, I had a big transplant sister. Her name was Brooklyn. Just seeing her be able to do stuff I think she did this race. Just seeing her do that while I was in the hospital really helped me want to push through and motivate myself. Yeah, I can do this. I want to be like that. Just get myself through it. And I kind of just want to be like that for other people at the hospital.
Hope's stepmom, Crystal Weaver, made it possible for Hope to have a team to participate in the Mini Heart Marathon. Weaver had a similar experience dealing with heart treatment with her grandfather. Since then, she values the importance of heart research.
It's not just Hope. My grandfather also had a lot of heart issues as well. So having all of that research goes into finding ways of helping people with heart conditions such as Hope or my grandfather. So it really holds a really special place in my heart. Really important to make sure you've got that support system because you never know what's going to happen in the next day, the next week, anything like that. So making sure you had that support system that helps. Making sure she's good. Anything that she needed throughout the way, it was amazing to have that support team behind us to help with anything we needed.
Through the power of this walk, Hope had a chance to show other heart transplant patients that there's always someone in their corner. Teams like Hearts for Hope came together to support the effort to make heart patients feel less alone and encourage research for terminal heart conditions. Hope would need another transplant in her lifetime, but in the meantime, she would continue to be vocal about her condition and her cause. I'm Savannah Libby, NBC News.
Do you know what I always wish I could do?
What?
Whistle. Did I do it?
Well, not exactly, but that's okay. You know what I wish I could do?
What?
Sing. I got a blank space, baby, and I'll write your name.
That was great.
Thank you. Abby Sam will hit the halls to see what you guys wish you could do.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another Kids in the Hall. Now, I know we all have our talents, but there's plenty of stuff we wish we could do. I really wish I could do a backflip, so I don't know what that's about, but I hit the halls to find out what you wish you were good at.
Volleyball.
Wow. Have some confidence. Be confident in yourself. Come on. You don't know? There's nothing? Nothing? Guys, you don't have all the abilities in the world. Why are you lying?
Singing.
Yeah. Can you give us a little sample of you right now? Give us some Taylor love story.
Romeo, save me somewhere we can be.
That was good, thanks.
I wish that I could do the thing where you flip your eyelid inside out.
Can you try?
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Get close up on this.
No, I know.
Practice.
I wish I could do the four-leaf clover with my tongue. Yeah, I can do the burrito.
Wait, what? You can do it?
People are saying things like singing and stuff like that.
Lemon squash.
She's in choir and she can do a backflip, so.
I really wish I just knew everything in chem and I was good at chem.
Curling.
Would you join a league? Can I be?
Absolutely.
Can I be on your team?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
We're going to the Olympics in
Yeah.
curling. I mean,
Catch us a couple years from now in the Olympics.
We'll see you there.
See you then.
I wish I could sing. That's a good one.
Can you give us a sample of your singing now?
What song do you want me to sing? In the
shallow.
In the shallow.
What is something you wish you were good at, like a skill you wish you had?
Singing. I'm so bad at singing.
I like sing in the car to myself, even though I'm bad. And I think the person in front of me like sees me in their mirror, like singing to myself.
So stressed out about that.
I wish Omar was better at Nerf wars.
I have 2 kills right now.
What is something you wish you were good at, or like a skill you wish you had?
I wish I could play the piano better.
Maybe like puzzles. I'm not very good at puzzles.
I am actually a puzzle master. Did you know that? Certified. I have a certificate. Well, now you do know, so it's okay. Special guest Zach, what is something you wish you were good at?
Arts.
Arts? I'm so bad at art. You're good though?
Yeah, I'm real good.
I'm so jealous.
I feel like dance. Like I wish my parents put me in dance.
Yeah, you probably should work on that, but that's okay. What's something you wish you were good at? Like a skill you wish you had? I wish I could do a backflip, but that's golf?
Yeah.
Are you bad?
Yeah, but I could win the Masters and make money.
There's money in that. You should probably learn.
Wish I could impersonate C bands.
Driving.
Probably running.
Running? I'm
very poor at running.
I am too. I'm slow. I'm the last to finish the mile every year.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah. Join the club.
I wish that I could write a conclusion to an essay.
I wish I could write a hook to an essay. We should probably team
Yeah,
up.
we should switch.
I wish I was a good singer or dancer. Anything musical. I can't
That's
do.
so true. Me either.
Karaoke.
Oh my gosh. What would your karaoke song be?
Something Taylor Swift.
That's the only correct answer, I'm pretty sure. It seems like a lot of you guys wish you could sing, and after hearing some of you, I would definitely agree with that. Maybe we can all get voice lessons together sometime. I'm Abby Samuel, NBC News.
Hi, my name is Mia.
And my name is Yana.
And we're seniors at Mason High School. We're so excited to invite you to our upcoming event. The Holinsky family is coming to speak on May 3rd at 7 o'clock at the Mason High School Auditorium.
Mark and Kim Holinsky will be presenting their Tyler Talk to talk about suicide and mental health in honor of their son, Tyler Holinsky, who played football at Washington State University. This event is open to the whole community.
Please help us in fighting for the mental health of student athletes.
Hi staff. Before the school year comes to a close, we would like to thank you for your hard work and dedication to making MHS a better place.
You make us feel heard and safe and provide us with a sense of community.
We like to display our love and appreciation for your commitment.
You work so hard every day to make us better students, friends, and human beings.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Audrey.
And my name's Owen, and we're from Hope Squad.
This week is Hope Week. Hope Week is a week where we celebrate positivity and self-care and work to promote a more healthy and inclusive community through mental health awareness.
We all know that the end of the school year can be really stressful, so we wanted to emphasize the importance of self-care this week.
Self-care could be as simple as going on a walk, making sure to drink water, spending time with friends, or just doing something that you love.
It's important to prioritize your mental health. Tomorrow, you should wear your rainbow to support GSA. We can't wait to see all your colorful outfits in the halls.
Have a great day, and remember that Hope Squad is always here for you.
What's up, Comic Country? MHS spring sports are in full swing, and Mason's dominating teams are already becoming more and more prominent. Despite the recent development of Ultimate Frisbee, they're already making their mark in Mason athletic history. Mia Sacker sat down with the team to discuss how they made and have maintained their reputation for success.
Growing up, you may have thrown around a Frisbee for fun, but for some, those days are not over. Ultimate Frisbee is a sport comprised of many more dominant sports, and it's increasing in popularity. Will Weddingale and Audie Deepak are the two senior captains that have been playing Ultimate ever since it came to MHS.
Ultimate is it's a game played with the Ultimate Frisbee, but it's a combination between football, soccer, it's the cutting and movements like soccer, and it's kind of like football where you're throwing a disc, and then defensively it's like basketball, as well as you can't run when you're holding the disc.
Kick off the disc just like football, and then you use skills that you gain from soccer or basketball with defensive positioning, offensive positioning, and and you can like work it up to the field into an end zone just like football. Like a combination of like football, soccer, basketball, and I think that just makes it such a unique sport.
And it's mainly focused on like spirit of the game, which is because it's a self-officiated sport, so it's like you're making your own calls and you have to know all the rules.
My favorite thing about Ultimate's probably like the community. I think just going to tournaments and meeting a bunch of cool people who follow like this very niche passion for Ultimate. There's so many things you just can't see. You need to be talking on the sideline, talking on the field, talking to your teammates, and just getting practice reps in. That's probably like the hardest thing.
The team as a whole has faced huge successes in terms of growth in size and state titles. Although this season is coming to a close, both Audie and Will have plans to continue playing Ultimate in their futures.
I do plan to continue playing in college because Ultimate is just so much bigger in college. It becomes a lot more serious. You get to travel a lot more.
I'm on a professional Ultimate team right now based in Indiana called the Indy Alley Cats. I was selected to try out for the USA team this past year. Some of our team's biggest accomplishments is we have won states for the past 2 years. We're going for another state title this year for a third consecutive year. A while back when the team was initially founded, we were like 4th in the nation at one point. There's been a lot of growth, so right now we're getting probably 20 to 30 players each practice, and 3 years ago when I was a freshman, we were lucky to have 6 to 7 players in practice.
Mason's Ultimate Frisbee team is not only 2-time state champions, but also currently ranked 18th in the country. In just a couple years, the team has gone from 6 students at practice to now 4 separate teams with varsity level titles. As the team throws themselves into their 3rd state champion, be sure to catch them in the action. I'm Mia Sacker, NBC Sports.
While for many the spring season entails tryouts, after-school practices, and weekend games, others might choose to pursue a different athletic path. Audrey Hunt sat down with one student to see how she transformed her hobby of CrossFit into a competitive opportunity.
CrossFit is one of the hottest new trends in intense strength and conditioning. It is also growing in popularity with young people like MHS student Izzy Masters. Masters has been following a CrossFit regimen for 3 years. She also competes in competitions where she is forced to have a strong mindset in order to achieve success.
You just have to go in with the right mentality, because there will be workouts where you can't do any of it and you have to scale, or workouts where you can do all of it and it's really easy. So just picking the ones that are going to challenge yourself are what I like to do.
The workouts and competitions push Izzy to challenge herself mentally and physically.
I think that the pain is the rewarding part, and there's so much to build on. Like when you start something, you might not be able to do a pull-up, and even if you can do a strict pull-up, you might not be able to do the butterflies. And there's just so much to work toward, and I just think that the pain was really attracting to me, just that I know that I'd feel good about it when I was done with it.
Masters likes the challenging nature of CrossFit, but she's aware that CrossFit competitors have to be committed to the process.
Just knowing how long and how hard you have to go and pacing yourself, but saving enough that you can be pushing yourself throughout. Because if you aren't pushing yourself, then you should have been doing something different. And I think that's what makes CrossFit so great, is no one can really say that it's easy, because if they said it was easy, they just weren't doing it hard enough.
Masters believes a big part of her success comes from the coaching and support she gets from her parents.
I know it's hard, but then also just like my parents help me through it. My dad works out with me and my mom does too. She coaches also. So it's important to me because I can make them proud and I can show them all the stuff that I can do.
Any athlete that wants to excel at the higher level must dedicate themselves to their sport, and that's exactly what Izzy Masters has done. She works hard and trains daily to overcome her weaknesses, yet build upon her strengths. Masters wants to climb in the world of CrossFit. She knows it's going to take a tough mindset in that pursuit, as well as the continued support of her family. I'm Audrey Hunt, NBC Sports.
That's all for sports. I'll send it back to Gabby and Delaney at the anchor desk.
Well, that wraps up this edition of NBC News. I'm Delaney Cowles.
And I'm Gabby Hoffatato. And we'll see you next time. Oh, I finally got it!